Hey guys, it's Kathy. I hope you're doing well. Guys, we have Fozzie's cat today. I'm so excited. I love cats. I have a ton of cats, obviously, because I'm, old and unmarried, so I have a ton of cats. Hi Fletcher, hi Kelly, hi Fozzie. Most of all, hi Fozzie's cat. Uh, Hi Shauna. All right, we made it. I just scrambling down to the last minute to grab one more clip. Just one more clip for today. But there's no tasers today, guys. Unfortunately, there's no tasers. Um, but Fleischer does talk about um, what's his name from yesterday, the subset. He talks about the subset. The subset was supposed to be on Fleischer's docket today, but some things happened. So, but let's start off. Mi UberX gave me a clip, and that's where I want to start off because it's really good. This judge, this judge is so annoyed. Yes, I was on Law Talk with Mike. That is really exciting. That is very exciting. I was also on. Oh no, I'm gonna get it wrong because I didn't memorize it. Like Lone Wolf. Um, I think it's Lone Wolf something. He has like almost 30,000 subscribers, or she. I mean, uh, um, I got a notification that I was mentioned on there, so I saw that he or she played the subset portion of, and it was I watched the whole thing again because it was just so good. Yes. Hold on, that's why I couldn't. It's Lone Wolf Usul, USUL. But so that I watched it, and that he or she did it great. The They didn't speak at all. It was just they just typed commentary. They typed out their commentary, and it was awesome. All right, let's start with Mi's clip. Mi's lovely clip.
Your Honor. Second one. Schmidt. That's your own.
Sorry.
That's your problem. Your Honor. Second one. Schmidt.
Let's do this with
Is
sound.
that agreed to, Mr.
Sound
Facua?
helps.
I'm sorry, Your Honor. I don't know who Schmidt is, and I would ask if that subpoena has been issued and when it was issued.
We have been trying to serve him, and then every time the thing got, Donald Schmidt, we have not been able to find him.
If you haven't served him, then that's your own, that's your problem, in my opinion. I mean, if you've served him already and you want to reset it, but if you haven't served him, we've moved this to accommodate Mr. Miraskandari. We're not gonna allow, if you haven't been able to serve him, that's not fair to Mr. Facua that we're producing. Mr. Kelly, do you agree?
No, sir. I think that we have tried to serve him, and we
All right,
should
Mr.
have
Kelly,
enough
then
time.
we're going forward with this hearing later today, then, if you can't, that is a completely unrealistic and unfair position. So once we get my court reporter, we're going forward with the hearing today. Everybody needs to appear in person.
Yes, Your Honor.
In Dallas,
Yes.
I'm in Houston. You said we could appear by Zoom. I don't know how I can get to Dallas.
I'll give you until 2 o'clock today if you're gonna be that unreasonable. Get
And
on
Mr.
Southwest
Mr. Mirakandaski is in, what is it, Iran?
everybody's trying to be reasonable here. You're being completely unreasonable, Mr. Kelly. If you're gonna be completely unreasonable, I'm gonna make. It's
Your Honor,
not fair to Mr. Fakua that you're trying to get him to produce somebody that you can't even find and he doesn't know who he is.
well, then we could cross that bridge when we get to it if I need him and we have to have a continuance of the hearing. I don't have a problem with that. I've also offered the 8th, the 15th, and the 22nd as dates that were available, which at which
no-
time I would go. But I have to have a date to serve somebody, and we have been attempting on the prior dates. So
This hearing was set for today. You didn't have them set by today. I agreed to move it for Mr. Miraskandari. I thought we all were gonna be fair about this, and I agreed to reset it, but Mr. Kelly, you can't expect Mr. Fakua to produce somebody who doesn't know who he is, and you can't find. That's not fair.
I'm sorry, Judge, we're on a different page then. Let me restate this. If the plaintiff doesn't have control over Schmidt, I understand that. I'm not holding him to produce somebody he doesn't have control over. However, if I get in a hearing for contempt and I need this witness, I would reserve the right to come to you and ask for a reset or a continuation of the hearing until we at least have another attempt to get him under subpoena. We will continue to try.
You're using Mr. Miraskandari's death of his father to try to reshuffle the deck here, in my opinion. This was supposed to go forward today. I thought we all agreed that this was going to be a situation where we're all going to be humans here and not try to use his father's death as some kind of tactic to extend things. And that's what I feel like you're doing, Mr. Kelly. We were supposed to go forward today. You should have had him served by today.
Your Honor, last week you were clear on the record. We were not going forward with the contempt today. I asked that question specifically. And I said, do I have to appear in person?
And you never brought this issue up when I did that.
Nor did anybody else about whether we had to have subpoenas for today. And I think I would have time to get him by March the 8th or the 15th or the 22nd. But I've just alerted you to what is a procedural issue. I can show up today, but then I still have the same problems. But the 27th is very short notice. I didn't object. I'm saying I can be there. He's going to have Casey there.
It's not short notice. The hearing was supposed to be set today, and we agreed to reset it we reset this hearing over and over and over again because of Mr. Miraskandari and his father's situation. We actually have a date that we can all do, and now you're trying to use an issue that you've never brought up before to try to derail the hearing.
I don't think I'm trying to derail it, Judge. I'm trying to work with you.
You're not trying to work with me at all. You are not trying to work with me. You're trying to use this as a tactic, in my opinion. So this is, Mr. Fakua, what do you want to do on this? Do you want to go forward today, or do you want to reset this to Tuesday?
Your Honor, I defer to the court on that. I will just note the history here is exactly how your Honor has put it out. Your Honor signed a show cause order September 13th. We've reset that now 4 times, all at the contemnor's request. Today
and Mr. Fakua, let me just ask you this, Mr. Fakua. Has Mr. Kelly at any of these resets ever brought up the issue about these subpoenas?
Never, Your Honor.
And now he's bringing it up for the first time.
That's correct, Your Honor.
Mr. Kelly, I'm really trying to be reasonable here.
What would you like me to do, Judge? I'll be there today. I'll be there on Tuesday. If Mr. Casey is the only witness I get, I just would advise you that if there's an issue where Schmidt could testify and bring some information at that point in time, I'm not saying I need him today. I don't know what the plaintiff's case in chief is, but if we get there, I would then reserve the right to request for you to give me additional time to get this witness. Otherwise, I'll go forward as you require me. But these are two. My client, Mr. Nichols, has never once asked for continuance. These have been legislative continuances by statute. And then once on the death of somebody's father, Miraskandari. My client was ready to go then and ready to present issues regarding these subpoenas with Casey and Schmidt. We have been actively trying to serve them, but that requires a date certain, or you can put in the order
But Mr. Kelly, if this has been such an issue, why haven't you brought it up before today? Why didn't you obtain some kind of substituted service, request of substituted service? Why are you just bringing this up now? After
My
all of
research-
these resets and all of these hearings?
My research shows you can't substitute serve as a witness who's a non-party. My understanding was Casey and Schmidt have some relationship. I'll check on that. I thought the plaintiff was in contact with them. But could be mistaken by the plaintiff's answers today.
All right.
I'll be there today. I'll be there on Tuesday, whatever you want, Judge.
And your client's available today?
I guess he is. We'll jump a plane. I'm also in the middle of a depot, but I'll go in and cancel it.
We're gonna move this, we'll move it to Tuesday. I am not happy at all with this kind of tactic. I will say that, Mr. Kelly. But let's keep moving. Let's go. What else? What are the other witnesses?
That's it.
We don't have any, Your Honor, because the contemnors will be present in court and don't require a subpoena. On plaintiff side, we've not subpoenaed anyone. We don't intend to subpoena anyone.
Capua?
No witness issues, Your Honor.
All right. I do expect Mr. Casey and Mr. Kelly's client, everyone needs to be in person for this hearing. No one is allowed to be remote. All right, guys, we will see you next Tuesday. And I assume everybody, we've already talked about this off the record. Everybody agrees that Mr. Facua doesn't have to, he's going to reissue a notice. No one's going to object to that for purposes of notice. He can reissue this for Tuesday, correct? That's the date we agreed on.
Correct?
Yes,
Your
sir.
Honor?
All right.
That's correct, Your Honor.
Before
All
we
right.
go, Your Honor, I want to be clear. So are we reporting here at 9 a.m. or
You're
are we calling in at 9 a.m.?
We're reporting here in person at 9 a.m. And then I understand Mr. West has to go to a hearing. So we're going to figure out a time during the day on Tuesday to hear this. So-
And it's possible that hearing might get settled. So we'll try. I just want to let the court know.
Okay, we just make sure that somebody is here at Tuesday. On
Tuesday at 9 a.m.
Tuesday at
Yes,
9
sir.
All right, thank you, guys. You have a great rest of your day.
Thank you, Your
And Rhonda, make sure to put that show cause on the docket for next Tuesday.
Thank you, MI. That was great. That judge is so annoyed. I don't even know if this guy's if it's valid, what he wants is even valid. All as I know is the judge is annoyed, and then when the other lawyer had a chance to hop on that train, he did. Oh man. Hi, Debbie. Okay. All right, now. I did promise the last 2 streams that I would show judges that are right beside Fleischer so we can compare them. So I have a clip. The next one is his name is his most exciting detail, let me tell you. Hi, Sarah. His name is Raul. Now, it's 4 minutes long. If you have coffee, drink it. Stay with me, guys, okay? Stay with me. Here we go. Just try to imagine if this person was in front of Fleischer in the next courtroom over, how different this would be.
Morning, Your Honor. Good morning, sir. All right, so you are Francisco Camacho? Yes, sir. Mr. Camacho, you don't have a lawyer today, right? No. All right, Mr. Camacho, I just wanted to inform you, sir, that there has not been a judge that has served probable cause on your case yet. So I'm going to ask the Assistant District Attorney to read to me the facts surrounding why you were arrested and charged with this offense. When she's reading the facts of your case, sir, I don't want you to say anything. I just want you to listen. After I hear the facts of your case, the court's going to determine whether there exists enough probable cause to continue with your case. If the court does find probable cause, then what we're going to do is we're going to talk about what you're being charged with, and talk about any conditions the bond the court may impose, and then we're going to talk about an instance. All right, Mr. Manuel, are you ready to proceed?
Yes, Judge. It states on April 2nd, 2024, officer observed defendant vehicle failing to maintain a single lane and failing to use turn signal on several occasions. Officer further observed the defendant vehicle to strike a curb. Officer initiated a traffic stop. The defendant vehicle refused to stop, slowing down to 30 miles per hour and then accelerating to 60 miles per hour. Defendant lost control of the vehicle and crashed into a grassy area, at which point the defendant exited the vehicle and evaded on foot, not complying with lawful commands from the officers to stop running, with the chase lasting approximately 200 meters. Once apprehended, officer observed strong odor of alcoholic beverage, red bloodshot and glassy eyes, swaying, and an inability to walk in a straight line. Field sobriety tests were 6 out of 6 HGN, 8 out of 8 walk and turn, and 3 out of 4 on the one-leg stand, and a blood warrant was signed and executed. And we're still awaiting the results.
Mr. Camacho, the court's going to find that the sufficient probable cause to continue the case of being charged with the offense of driving while intoxicated. That is class 2 misdemeanor, which means it can be up to 6 months in the county jail and up to $2,000 fine. It also means, sir, that if you have a valid Texas driver's license at the time of your arrest, DPS may suspend your license as a result of this arrest. So what we're going to do this morning is the court's going to order some conditions regarding your bond. So, Mr. Camacho, the court's going to order that while your body will be prohibited from drinking any alcohol or any controlled substance that you do not have a prescription for, while your body will also be prohibited, sir, from possessing
Light him up.
firearms or
Light him up.
weapons. These conditions of bond, sir, will remain until this case is over with. I'm going to ask you, sir, to sign these conditions of bond. You will be given a copy of these conditions. If you violate these conditions of bond, sir, you're subject to having the bond that you're currently on revoked, and you can be taken into custody. Now, Mr. Camacho, you are going to need an attorney to represent you on this case. You are working, is that right? Yes, sir. I see that you're working for, I guess, a company called Moving Stars.
Yeah, it's a moving company.
And you've been there for over 3 years?
Yes, sir.
Full time?
Full time.
All right, so the court's going to require you then, sir, to hire an attorney. We're going to reschedule this case to allow you time to hire an attorney of your own choice.
Appreciate it.
All right, no worries. If you do hire a lawyer, sir, have that attorney contact the court before your next court date. You, sir, do not have to come back to court. Let your lawyer take care of your case. However, if you don't have an attorney by the next court date, you will have to return to court. Mr. White, do you have any questions on anything that runs into you, sir?
Yes, sir. We're gonna get enough time to hire an attorney.
Yeah, we're gonna use some time to hire a lawyer, so that's not a problem. In a minute, you're gonna talk to my coordinator, she's gonna give you the date to allow you time to hire an attorney, okay?
Appreciate it.
All right, any other questions, sir? All right, if you would, step right to my left, silence conditions bond, have a seat, we'll reset.
I object. I venomously object. And okay, he has a robe on, so let's give him props for having a robe on. Let's do that. But come on. He didn't even lean forward like he's going to pounce out of his seat. Okay, I'm going to move my line up a little bit because Sarah has to leave in a half hour. So I'm going to just play my Fleischer clip right now. Now, he does some arraignments in the morning and then he goes back to that trial. Well, I did put in a tiny, like 4-second piece of the trial, maybe 10 seconds, I don't know. And you'll see why. Well, some of you will understand why that's there. Others won't, and it'll just be a weird clip in the middle of everything else. Here we go. This is where he started today.
Shot eyes. SFSTs were conducted. 4 out of 6 clues were observed on the HGN. 4 out of 8 on the walk and turn. 4 out of 4 on the one-leg stand. The defendant did consent to a breath sample and blew a .105 and a .102.
Can you see, does he have any prior DWIs?
I do not see any in county, judge.
Anywhere
And
else?
I don't believe there are any other counties that will just confirm.
Mr. Lar Hernandez, have you ever been arrested for DWI before? All right, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case. I'm ordering you as a condition of your bond not to consume alcohol, illegal drugs, or unprescribed controlled medication. I'm going to randomly test you. If I find that you're consuming alcohol or dope, you will go to jail. Do you have a valid Texas driver license? Do you have valid liability insurance in your name? You may continue to drive as long as you have both of those things. If you do not, you are not allowed to drive, and that's also a condition of your bond. If I catch you driving without a license or insurance in your name, I will revoke your bond. I will put you in jail. Do you understand? I'm gonna have you go to Victoria. We'll have you sign a reset. After that, you'll get with Jeremiah for your bond conditions, and after that, you guys will be free to go.
Thank you.
I will waive your appearance because you have a lawyer, so you don't have to waste your time coming to court, but you must stay in touch with counsel. If he comes back to me, tells me he can't get a hold of you because you're playing games, I will issue a warrant for your arrest. If I have to put you in jail because you're acting like a fool or you're not talking to your lawyer, you will not get any more PR bonds. You understand?
Thank you, sir.
Please.
Maybe excuse you.
Thank you, sir.
Come on up.
Is this Joshua Smith?
Yes.
Mr. Smith, do you have a lawyer today?
No, sir.
Did you actually make the out-of-county bond on the $15,000 bond?
Yeah, like 2 weeks ago. And then before that, I had got locked up on the same charge a month prior. I had to make a $7,500 bond on it.
This court, that's what happens.
Or I was notified. came in the
Stop.
meeting.
Your case is 1,000 days old and it's time to do something today.
Trust me, I want to.
You have a lawyer today.
No, sir.
Take a seat for me. Do not leave. Otherwise, I'm going to make your bond $50,000. I'm going to appoint your lawyer today. We're going to figure out today what to do with your case. Take a seat for me. Do not leave.
Page 28, Washington.
Just called her outside, she wasn't out there.
She can wait. Herman,
Hi, Judge. Would you like to start with an easy case first or the more?
no, I don't care.
Jimmy Espinoza, bond violation.
Okay, is he here?
Yes, he's right there.
Espinoza.
Around.
No, you don't. That's for the defendant.
You failed the test for over a month in your device.
You repeated, like we talked about yesterday, you're repeatedly missing tests for over a month.
You're missing tests over a month.
Yeah. Mr. Yes or no, yes or no?
Yes. Okay, I'm revoking your bond. I'm putting you in jail. In you go.
Judge, you have a bonding company.
I'm not going to let him, I'm not going to reward him with a walkthrough. I'm sorry. Go. That's it.
Are you setting a bond?
Yeah, of course. What's his bond at now? 5,001. Sorry, Mr. Espinoza. I told you what the rules are. You didn't comply with that. Now you must face the consequence. He goes with you, please.
Yeah, I'll be right there, Mr. Espinoza.
Hey. I'll allow you to do a walkthrough. Okay. I'm going to modify his conditions to put a scram on him. Okay. He will be responsible for the cost.
Okay.
And then I'm taking away his privilege to drive as well.
Okay.
Okay. So please don't allow him to leave. Don't let him to, he'll have to wait though, Herman.
Okay, let me let it, because I initially just told
What's
her.
your other guy?
Adams, we got to review the video.
It was today's Plea trial. day.
Derek Adams?
Yeah, it's 212 days old.
Oh,
3-5 pending discovery, 327 per judge Plea trial.
For us. Let's see.
Yeah, today is Plea trial day.
Are you revoking?
Yes.
We only have him as 100, he's only been with us 130 days. So we just got the discovery.
You filed an attorney of record in November.
Right.
So
130, like 138 days. Because Cadillac, we haven't, he hasn't come.
I mean, it's a 212 days. Do you have everything that you need?
Yeah, I have to view it and then he has to come see it with me.
I'll give you final 2 weeks.
Okay, thank
Okay,
you.
that's it. After that,
I'm present on that day?
yes. At that day, it's player trial, no ifs, ands, or buts. That's it.
You want me to let Mr. Espinosa sit a while and let it sink in? Or-
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just tell Shelby or Burns to come see your deputy.
Yes. Okay. I'm gonna admonish him that he's not allowed to drive. Herman?
Before I go or?
No, at some point, I have a jury waiting. I want to bring them in now.
Oh, okay.
So
okay.
I'm gonna let him I'm gonna handle him later. And then I'm gonna advise him at the scram,
Okay.
and then he'll be responsible for the cost of it.
Okay. I'm not
The
gonna-
next time he violates, I'm gonna quadruple his bond, so please let him know that.
All right.
Yeah.
Says 3 days for the sir.
No, one.
Judge,
No more arraignments?
More arraignments?
Oh,
2 more? Okay, come on.
29, Welton? No.
James Welton, come up.
Is that right? Very,
No, I'm saucy right now.
Take a seat for me behind the gentleman in the blue. Mr. Welton, you're not allowed to leave. Take a seat for me back there. I'm gonna get a hold of your lawyer. We do something with your case today.
Jesse, with the defendant's defense, they want to see the defense has to go to mediation at 10 to do that before we start.
Are you ready now?
I'm writing it up right now.
Okay. Sarah, you have a plea?
I'm gonna plead, but I.
Let's do it now.
I know, we just agreed on the terms. It's urgent.
Yeah, there's no way. I mean, why don't we set it for tomorrow, next week? There's no way we're gonna get that type of interpreter anytime quick.
Welton?
Oh, he has a lawyer, so let's reach out to Ray, see what's going on.
Okay, the next one, Judge, is Jones. On page 14.
What's going on with all these people that just fail to show up and come after 200 to 300 days? I mean, really? What on earth is going on? Are you Keith Jones? Mr. Jones, also take a seat behind there. Your case is 205 days. We figure out today what happens with your case. Do not leave, otherwise I'm gonna make your bond so high you're gonna flip. Do you understand? Take a seat back there.
So for the plea, you said a week?
Sarah, are you okay with that?
I can do next Tuesday. That's okay with you guys.
Money, do it, and then we'll have an interpreter ready for you that day. That way you don't have to wait.
Money.
Ready? What do you got?
Just for tomorrow, I just wanted to see if we could waive my client's appearance. 2477164. This is the one I signed on last week to help.
Where are we with it?
She got me the information. She just texted me the application and her insurance. And I'm gonna give it to the state right now.
Okay.
It's for PTI.
I know, but she's got to do a TRAS though, right?
She's done the TRES already.
She's already done it. Was a mitigation packet needed, Christina?
I don't have a note in here as to whether it's.
Did she not do a mitigation packet?
She doesn't need one, Judge.
It's above a 15.
The application, did she already do the PTI application?
She sent me the application.
It's above a 15, so.
I was told that she had already been
Mitigation
accepted.
packet.
Yeah, you do. Where's the?
Sorry.
No, it's okay. Can we still waive her appearance, Judge? This is the one I was helping the other.
I know. Look, let's set you off a week, okay? To give her time to get the mitigation packet done. If she doesn't have it done, she's gotta be here next week. Just let Victoria know.
Judge, thank you.
For sure. Of course, Brent.
Thank you, State.
Okay, coming up. All right. Mr. El Mazoub.
Yeah.
Sir, you're charged with assault, bodily injury. You're also charged with verbal harassment. It looks like we're pleading on which one?
Assault, bodily injury, and arrest.
Okay, is this how you understand it? You are giving up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront, cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization. You give up the right to appeal. Once you accept this is going to go on your record. It'll be there for the rest of your life. From now on, you are facing a minimum of 90 days in jail if you pick up any more cases. Do you understand? How do you plead to this offense? Guilty or not guilty? I will find you guilty. I'm going to sentence you to 100 days in jail. I will give you credit for the 107 days that you've done. Good luck to you. Thanks. And your other case will be dismissed. What happened on our other guy?
He didn't make it up.
Did they file the additional charge?
I don't.
This
Let's
is
see,
it.
because he's on docket, so.
And I was in court 8, and they said because one of their bailiffs was involved that they're not gonna get it. I was like,
They did file it.
okay.
So if you mind checking with Victoria to see if we want to go ahead and transfer it out now, and then we'll go. If we do, we'll just,
Guy from yesterday.
Harvey, they filed the additional resisting arrest.
Okay, so I'll just transfer it.
So I need to do a voluntary recusal. And should we leave him on until he gets to another court and then they'll take over with?
I'm gonna ask, what am I gonna do, cross-examine?
Yes.
I don't, it doesn't look good if someone doesn't have a lawyer while they're in jail. That's why. Of course, but it's not with you. Okay. Hey, come up, Ms. Patterson.
Yeah.
I have here that you're consuming alcohol.
I'm sorry.
You were told no tolerance.
I was at work. I have proof.
I still have here that you tested positive.
Yes, sir. I was late for work that morning and I had brushed like in a rush and I have proof of everything. I was late for work and I didn't realize, like I called the lady that morning and I said, ma'am, I don't want to keep blowing in this device. I don't know what to do. And I told her I had used mouthwash and I was in a rush. I was thinking.
You're not supposed to use anything that has alcohol in it.
I had just got off nights. I worked a week and just got off nights. And so I was exhausted. I was just like trying to hurry up and get to work. So I clocked in everything and I have like my boss stating that I am not allowed, but I did clear it out at noon. When I went to my lunch break, I went and cleared it, but I couldn't once I got a hold of the lady, I couldn't get back to where I could until my lunch break. So at my lunch break, I did clear it out, sir.
We do have a letter from her boss talking about her as a worker, how she's very reliable and needed at the site.
Don't care. I don't care. There's one thing that matters. No alcohol. And you tested positive, nearly the legal limit to.
Yes, sir. It was like instant. It was, I brushed my teeth and I went and I blew and I left and I was late. So I wasn't thinking. It was in the morning. Like I'm not drinking at 6 o'clock in the morning, sir.
Scram again. Yep. Otherwise, I'm going to put you in jail.
Oh, I've got to be back at work at tired, but.
Scram device. 2 days so she can get back to work today. And I'm ready to set this thing for trial. It's just way too much drama for me.
Understood.
Unless you work something out.
She should be in the PTI program this week. We just got the contract last night. She's ready to pay her DA fee tomorrow when she gets paid. But she already has, well, she's gonna have a scrambled device, already has the device, so we should be in PTI this week.
Okay. You have 1 week. In a week, if it's not done, you'll be set for trial.
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. Go ahead, take a seat.
I have one more on that.
Yeah, she's smoking weed while she's pregnant, consuming out. No, right. We just need him to make sure that he understands what he can and can't do, that he's got the scram. What did we give him, a day or what did we do? Jeremiah. That's on Espinoza. Yeah, let him know he's got to get the scram. The next time he violates, I'm going to quadruple his bond and no walkthroughs, and I'm going to light him up. Please let him know. Yeah? Okay.
Does he appear credible and reliable to you?
Not very.
This is the middle of the court case. And tell me this is not adorable. Tell me this is not adorable. He's the judge in a jury trial.
On my training, because it took a long time for me to get a straight answer from him.
What is it about your?
So that's all he gave us today. So the trial happened, and he sent the jury out. And then they were waiting and waiting for the verdict, waiting and waiting for the verdict. And then he just went off air, just like that. So I have, like the whole trial. I recorded it. I was going to play it this weekend. But he never came back on air. Yes, Carolyn. Yes, he had a lollipop. I always wondered every day what his snacky snacks are, because he's always eating a snacky snack. But I don't know. I don't know what they are. Hey, KS, welcome. Welcome to the Vibers. Welcome. Hi, Raven. Welcome back. Hi, Tamara. Oh, man. Okay, so that was our Judge Fleischer. Now, so we did Raul. That was the first judge in Texas. Then we did Fleischer, who was just great. All right, now we're going to go in the middle of the road, okay? So she's right beside Fleischer in the courtroom, in the same courthouse as the first two. It's always extremely loud in her courtroom. People just talk, and she just does her cases like nothing's going on. And she cares. She can be stern, not at all like Fleischer, though. But you got to imagine. You have to imagine Fleischer with the same person in front of them.
And this is Mr. Lombrada. This is Mr. Lombrado, and the other gentleman is in custody. Okay, we're going to just go with Mr. Lombrada right now. Yes, ma'am. Are you Diego Lombrada?
Yes, ma'am.
You were charged with assault bodily injury and evading arrest or detention. Signature. I'd already signed these papers, and then there was two on that. Hold on a second. I'm sorry, hold 1 second, you guys. Hold on 1 second. I messed something up, so I gotta fix it. Mr. Librato, are you a U.S. citizen?
Yes.
You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You have the right to hire an attorney. However, you asked the court to appoint you one, and I have granted that request. Ms. De Leon will represent you throughout this case. Should you choose to interview with the state or law enforcement regarding this case, you have the right to have your attorney present during any interview, and you have the right to terminate that interview at any time. Let's see. Just realized, I think he's already done all that, but let's see.
She's trying. She's trying. Give her time.
Okay, the magistrate has already reviewed probable cause and found probable cause. However, I do need to just hear some facts of the case to determine if there are gonna be any bond conditions that I'll require. State.
Officer was dispatched on March 30, 2024, regarding a disturbance call at 6201 West Delport Avenue. Complainant stated it was sitting inside a van at the front passenger seat with the window open. Complainant stated defendant walked towards it and punched it in the chest with a closed fist, causing him pain. Complainant stated he and his friend gave chase to the defendant, who ran inside an apartment complex. Officer arrived on scene and found the defendant. Officer asked the defendant to turn around and attempted to detain the defendant. Defendant stated no, and he began to run on foot. Officer chased defendant for about 0.13 miles.
Okay, Mr. Liberato, how old are you?
17.
Okay. Are you in school? No. So are you working?
I started working yesterday. No, I left because they weren't looking for me. I will left the north side.
Okay, I don't know what that means. But are you working? Are you working? Do you work every day?
Just like a little bit.
Just a little bit?
Yeah.
Like my brother-in-law.
Okay, so not really working. It just had a case in January.
And she said if he is able to walk out of here today, he's going to go to work today.
Yeah, no. There's no reason for him not to walk out of here, but I'm just trying to determine. What I'm gonna require of him while he's on bond. Because it sounds like at 17, you had 2 cases in January. Here it is 2 months later, you got 2 new cases. So you're kind of on your way of deciding you want a life of crime at 17. Do we show any juvenile history?
No. There was one in 2023 AFM, but disposition of them.
So, did these incidents happen at a school?
No, they happened at an apartment complex.
Okay, because apparently they're juveniles.
Yeah, so the complainant was, I think the complainant wasn't a family friend. I think they were just.
So you know these boys involved in this? You don't know them. You just allegedly walked up and hit somebody.
And then
I know one of them.
Okay. While you're out on bond, you're not to have any. While you're out on bond, you're not to have any contact with them. None of them. Don't talk to them. Don't anything. Don't come up to them. Nothing. No. You're gonna talk to your attorney. Okay. He's having a hard time staying out of trouble in a short amount of time. So I'm gonna put him on a curfew. Okay. You are allowed, Mr. Liberato, to work. You go get a job. You gotta be at home every day by 7 p.m.
10 p.m., Judge?
7 p.m.
7 p.m.
7 p.m. And he can leave in the morning at 8 a.m. If he gets a job and you bring me proof of hours other than that, I will alter that.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Would modify that, yeah. Yes, ma'am.
That wasn't for me?
No, he was talking to me.
Okay, you're to not have any contact, of course, no drugs, no alcohol, no controlled substances. Diego, you are on a path that says to me, you want to go to jail. I'm letting you know, if you pick up a new case while you're on bond, you're gonna go to jail. Okay, I can guarantee you that. I'll revoke your bonds and you'll sit in jail until all the cases are resolved, okay? You've got to learn to stay out of trouble. You got to learn to stop acting on just emotion. And you are 17 years old, you got to figure it out. I know that you're young and I know that your decision making is not mature yet, but I think it's easy choice when you sit there and go, if I do this, I can go to jail. So you hear that from me, okay? You get in any more trouble while these cases are pending, you will absolutely go to jail. Because maybe a few days in jail will kind of knock a little sense into you.
Yes.
Okay? Okay. You can just have a seat. They'll have you sit down.
So Rios, because
We ought to start rating these bull cuts from 1 to 10. I see that Cloud says bull number 7 cut, but we gotta pick our favorite. We gotta find out who's the best bull cut in Texas, and we would know because we have everybody in Texas who has a bull cut is always in front of us every day. All right, let's go to California real quick.
And just before we take our break, I just want to tell the Mr. Bureau, for just a second. Listen to the audience. I know it's taking time, but we cannot make audible gasps like that in court. It's not acceptable. And if you continue to be a disturbance in the court, I will have you removed.
Light her up. Light her up. Anyway. Okay. Now we're going to go to New Jersey. Let's go to New Jersey to our new judge there. And he has a long break in the middle here where he's trying to figure stuff out. But we'll just talk over it.
This Nickinson Mathurin S 2024-000080-0722 Associated Traffic Ticket SP 6-002-203 and 204. Is this defendant present?
Yes, Your Honor.
Tell me your name and your address, please.
Nickinson Mathurin, 4 Laricat Lane, Sparta, New Jersey, 07871.
Do you understand the charge against you?
Yes, Your Honor. Well, no, I don't. I know it sounds crazy, but no, I don't. I have 2 tickets here. You said
I just asked you one question. Now you're writing a speech. I asked you whether you understand the charge or not. The answer is yes or no. I didn't ask you to write a law book for me. So just pay attention.
Yes, sir.
So you're charged regarding an incident that occurred on or about March 10th, 2024 in West Orange Township here in Essex County with committing the offense of receiving a stolen motor vehicle by knowingly bringing into this state a motor vehicle belonging to Mercedes-Benz USA LLC, knowing it was stolen, specifically by being in possession of a 2021 Mercedes-Benz CLS bearing VIN number W1K2J5JB8MA086649, a violation of New Jersey Criminal Statute 2C:20-10.2A, a second-degree crime. I'll tell you the traffic tickets in 1 second.
It takes him more than a second to do this, so we'll talk. So when I watched court cases before, just before I had a chat or anything, I never chatted in chat. I read the chat. I loved the chat. The chats are awesome.
Yet I can't find the traffic tickets.
Your Honor, Court Service Supervisor 1, Eileen, I will send them to you right now, Your Honor.
All right, thank you.
But I was just a lurker. Only lurked in chats. So if you're lurking on my channel and you see the chat, just say hi, like Arbitrary just did. Just say hi
Your Honor,
to
Clerk Service
us.
Supervisor 1, Eileen Leggett, I just sent the tickets to you.
Thank you.
Nobody said hi. I thought maybe one person would be like, you know what, I'm going to jump in chat today. I never do, but I'm going to jump in. 50% of my viewers watch from their televisions. So they can't chat. They don't have the chat. I love how this judge, that guy said like 3 words. And he's like, don't write a speech. I didn't ask you to write a speech and write me a law book.
Okay, so you're charged with the following traffic tickets. SP 6002203 charges you with driving while suspended. Either your driver's license or registration has been revoked. A violation of New Jersey traffic code 39:3-40. You're charged on SP 6002204 with driving or parking an unregistered motor vehicle, a violation of New Jersey Traffic Code Title 39:3-4. And on all matters have entered not guilty pleas. For you, the state has reviewed these cases and they will proceed in Superior Court before Judge Raven on July 22nd, 2024 at 9 a.m. And the public defender, Lopata, has been assigned to represent you and will speak with you before your court date to prepare your defense. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
You can now leave the session. Have a nice day.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm not going to lie, I expected that guy to say way more at the end, but the judge put him in his place. He didn't want another lecture from the judge. This judge is so funny. I just love this judge so much. Oh my gosh, it's B24 here. Hi, B24. I was thinking about you at work today. There was this little boy running around my restaurant saying, it was his birthday. So he was talking about what presents he wanted. And he said, I want an airplane that I can drive in. And I thought of a V-24 Liberator, which is probably not acceptable to give to a 4-year-old. But, I mean, worse things have happened. We see it every day here in court. Anyway, okay. All right, last clip, guys, last clip. This one, the judge sort of shocked me. That's why I got this clip. It's not really crazy or anything. I was just a little shocked. And this is Jersey, guys.
Well, let me ask you a question. How well do you really know him?
I mean, with 10 years, I believe you get to kind of see the character of a person in different ways. So I think pretty well.
All right. So you've known him for the last 10 years. Have you been aware of any legal problems that he's had involving the criminal justice system over the last 10 years?
I know he's had some sort of problems, but I don't know exactly, the exact details of it.
Well, what do you know?
I know that he had some trouble, I think, with domestic violence before. I guess some toxic relationships, from what I understand. And that's about it.
You know if he was ever the subject of a domestic violence restraining order over the last 10 years?
I wouldn't know, no.
Do you know if he's ever been charged with any crimes in the past 10 years?
I do know he had some legal troubles, but I don't know the details of the crimes he was charged with.
Well, you said you've known him for 10 years.
Correct.
Are you aware that he was incarcerated in 2021, according to the information I have, for a year?
Yes, I was aware.
And do you know what that was for?
I believe it was violation of probation or something like that.
All right, so I mean, look, obviously he wasn't working for you during that time, correct?
No, not during that time, no. Like I said, he's been working with me on and off for 10 years.
Yeah, and then again, in early 2022, after the first term of incarceration, he was apparently incarcerated again. Did you know about that?
Yes, every time he's been in jail, I've known about it. But from what I understood, it's all been related to him violating his probation and you know, kind of being in the wrong place at the wrong time. But like again, I mean, I have about 11 or 12 employees. So, and the people that have been working with me over the last 10 years. So, you know, I mean, I don't know the lengths and the details of his situation, but all I know is his character at work and the times that I was associated with him has been pretty good.
Who else do you live with?
Sorry?
Who else do you live with currently? Who do you currently live with?
Oh, by myself.
All right, well, the attorney asked you before about, you know, this suggestion that Mr. Rosado be on home detention if he lived with you, and you said something to the effect that someone is always at the home. Who else would be at the home if you live alone?
No, I didn't. I think that might be a misunderstanding there. There's nobody at the home other than me.
It's just you.
Correct.
So if you're not there, and look, you don't stay at the home all the time, obviously, right?
No.
Right?
Correct. I mean, I do have cameras at the property, but I don't, you know, it's impossible for me to be at the home all the time.
All right, and you go to work yourself,
Correct.
go out places, you have a social life, whatever it may be, you know, et cetera.
Absolutely.
All right. And you believe that you would be able to monitor Mr. Rosado at all times and make sure he doesn't violate any conditions of release if that was allowed?
I mean, from my conversations with him and my experiences with him, I think I'm one of the people that he listens to and that he does well under. So I think I'll be able to.
All right, sir, and I'm asking you this respectfully. Do you have any criminal convictions yourself?
None.
None.
No.
Do you have any pending charges against you or anything like that?
Nothing.
Do you have any weapons?
No.
There are no weapons in the home?
Nope.
Do you have visitors that come into the home often?
My mother, my father, my children, that's it.
You have children. Do they
Correct.
stay overnight with you?
Not really, no.
You don't have any overnight visitation with your children?
No. They're mostly with the mother.
I have nothing further, Your Honor.
Very well. Thank you, Mr. Espin. I appreciate your testimony here today. Your participation is now concluded. So you're more than welcome to stay on and watch if you would like, but you don't need to. But for purposes of testimony, your role is now concluded. So thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Mr. Hewitt, do you have any further argument?
No, I just wanted to clarify. I think there was some confusion. I had asked Mr. Espin about who was at the car dealership, and he had indicated there were other people at the car dealership. I don't think he ever indicated there were other people at the home. I don't have any other argument, Your Honor. We just, again, ask that you release Mr. Rosato with the conditions that we've suggested.
Okay, so the employer gets on. It looks like Mr. Rosato can live with the employer. The employer has no criminal history, so it looks like Mr. Rosato has a solid plan, which is way more than most people have. So, I'm expecting this to go the way it normally goes.
Very well. Mr. Marcus?
I have nothing further, Your Honor.
Very well. The court has reviewed the complaint, the PSA, the plea, the defendant's criminal case history, the papers filed in support of pretrial detention. I've heard the arguments of counsel. I also reviewed the Elizabeth investigative report, as well as the testimony of the proposed custodian, Mr. Eric Espin. The PSA in this offense indicates a score of 4 out of 6 for failure to appear, 5 out of 6 for new criminal activity. There is no new violent criminal activity flag raised. The recommendation of pretrial services is to release on level 2 monitoring. The defendant is 46 years of age. This offense does involve a crime of violence. He had no pending charges at the time of this offense. He had no prior disorderly persons convictions. However, he does have 3 prior indictable convictions for which he was currently on probation. Of his convictions, none of them involved a crime of violence. He has 1 failure to appear within the past 2 years and 6 failures to appear that are greater than that. He is the subject of 5 active final restraining orders and 5 dismissed temporary restraining orders. He has previously served a term of incarceration of greater than 14 days. The affidavit of probable cause states in pertinent part that on February 18th of 2024, the victim was with the defendant and told him that she would like to dance. At some point, he became annoyed. He grabbed the victim's hair, smacked her chest, back, and arms, grabbed her neck, and squeezed, causing her not to be able to breathe. She became unconscious. When she awoke, she realized that she had urinated herself. At that point, the defendant was standing over her. He had a kitchen knife in his hand. He was swinging it in a stabbing motion at her, saying that he would kill her. The defendant would not let her leave. She tried to race for the door. He blocked her. He then sent her to bed. She went to bed. At some point, he entered the bedroom wanting to have sex. She refused. He honored that. During this time, a neighbor who lives downstairs was ringing the doorbell because the neighbor kept hearing commotion upstairs that caused the neighbor to be concerned that there was violence occurring upstairs.
I don't know what happened, guys. Oh no, it cut off the end of the thing. Anyway, I'll tell you what happened, guys, that I was not expecting. He goes to jail, and he stays in jail. He is not released. The trial didn't happen yet. He didn't take a plea, but it doesn't matter what his employer had offered for him. That man is not going anywhere near that woman. The judge said, absolutely not. You are absolutely not getting out of jail. And this is Jersey, so it's not really easy to get a bond. It's just not. And that man stayed in jail. He was not happy. He didn't do anything, he didn't like tip a table or swear at the judge or anything. But I was so happy for that judge that he did that. I know in Indiana. Remember, like last month, or was it the month before, I was giving you guys a lot of Indiana courts. Well, in one of the counties, and I can't remember which it was. They let one of this guy, someone like this, out on a bond with with their conditions, with a GPS monitor and all that, and he killed her. He went and he killed her. So this judge made me so happy. I love the Jersey courtrooms. They're so good. They just are so good. I have a trial with Johnson and Johnson in Jersey that I have, but I don't know. It's kind of like dry. It's all lawyers talking, with a little fighting. And lawyers fight. I don't know if I'm gonna put that on or not. We'll see. Maybe I'll just upload it as a separate video instead of doing as live, and say warning, might be boring. Yeah, this guy does not like to get told. I think he was under the inception that if he had his employer come in and speak for him and offer him a place to live, that he would be fine. That this was just part of the process, and he would be released today. And he was shocked. Everybody was shocked. I was really shocked when this judge was like, "No, you're not going anywhere. You're not going anywhere. You are never getting near her again." Oh man, we are having a dog cat debate in chat, guys. Just saying. I can't get involved because I love them both. I love my doggy. I mean, I cook dinner for my doggy. I don't even cook dinner for my kids half the time, but they're adults, guys. So don't, or go ahead, call Child Protective Services. I don't care. I put the Aussie cases on my Patreon. I did a Patreon, and I uploaded the picture of me in the back of a police car. and and I'm starting to put the Australia cases there, because I don't know if YouTube will nail me if I put them here. So I did start putting them there. The Patreon address is on my YouTube page. I just made it. And you can see the police car. When I was in that police car, those seats were so hard. But yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna get the rest of the Australian videos up there. Now, just so you know, the Fleischer made me completely miss a few days of this court. But this court case is so long, and it's pretty boring. She's great. Every time she speaks, it's amazing. But you might have missed some, but it's the same thing, and I don't know how to get it. There's no way I can get it back, because they take their live down right away, and this is like week 3, and it's very hard for me to commit to 8 hours a day for 3 straight weeks and get court cases. and Fleischer, he became a little bit more important on my to-do list. But anyway, what I have of the Australian trial, I will put on my Patreon, which is so weird to have a Patreon. Guys, you have no idea how weird it is. But I can post anything I want there, apparently. Or I'm wrong and they're going to or they're going to ban me off that too. maybe with us together, if we try hard enough, we can just get banned on all the platforms one at a time. And by the time the appeal is done with the first one, we can just repeat the cycle over and over and over again. All right. Cha, if you were on the cop show, I would replay that every day. I just can't imagine you in a police car. Yep. We would we would definitely send you bail money. We would definitely, you know who we would get for you? We would go get Reagan. Even though he's probably not a lawyer where you are, we would do what it takes to get Reagan to stand up there and phew, he would chew up the judges in your town. Don't worry, don't worry. They're not used to anybody like him. And now I'm going to get a bunch of comments on how horrible Reagan is. I don't care if I was in a criminal trial, he's the one I would want. Come fight for me. We don't really see the prosecutor hardly ever in Fleischer's courtroom because Fleischer, he does all the work for him. They just sort of sit there. Oh yeah. Oh my, I'm not going to try to say it. Chrysanthou. Maybe she would help. I'm just going to say Judge Goat, greatest of all times. Maybe Judge Goat would help. Yeah, cats are really honest. Yeah, they are. When they scratch you, I love my cats, but I play with them all the time, and they just scratch me so much. Yeah, I have been kicked out of better places than YouTube. That is definitely true. That is definitely true. We're gonna try to get kicked out of all of them. It's funny because I can put any clips up right now and I don't have to worry. It's just so relaxing doing it this way. I don't know. I don't know. I'm gonna go find more clips. I gotta get ready for the courts to open, and I gotta do the dishes. So I'm gonna go now. Thank you so much for coming out again, guys. It's fun. Chat is always fun. I just can't wait to see what you guys say next. Nobody talked about food today, so that's a plus. All right, guys. Behave. What is today? I don't know. Well, we just started Thursday here. So, we'll get some more Fleischer today, and then we'll see. Maybe I can get the end of that trial. At least I can find out what happened in the trial. Because the guy's, I don't know if he's illegal or legal, but he has immigrant status, I think, and he has an ICE hold as well as being in jail for on trial for domestic violence. And they were arguing today that if the jury comes back with a not guilty verdict, then he should be set free. And the prosecutor's like, no, he has an ICE hold. We can't set him free. So we'll see what happens with that. I don't even know. Everybody who came into chat who normally don't like to do things like that, thank you. Thank you so much. Do it again. All right? All right, guys. Have a great day. I'll see you tomorrow.